welcome to our View from Home Hot Wheels Legends Grand Finale, hosted by Jay Leno's Garage and presented by Mobile One. I'm Jared Deenda, and it's a pleasure to be back here. This is the house that Denham built. Jay Leno, that's right. The car collector has welcomed us into his clubhouse, and we're going to celebrate Hot Wheels Legends 2021. I'm Jared Deenda. I announce drifting, rallycross, kids party. No, I don't. But I announce a lot of different things, but it's an absolute pleasure to be here. Again, this year, this is it. It all comes down to this. 10 vehicles, but only one can win. The 2021 Hot Wheels Legends Tour finale is here, and we're about to end the hunt for the next life-size, custom car worthy of becoming a Hot Wheels diecast. It all began in 2018, was the first Legends Tour to celebrate Hot Wheels' 50th anniversary to find a winner. And then, in the past few years, thousands of custom cars have entered the Hot Wheels Legends Tour with stops all over the globe. This year, fans, families, and car enthusiasts worldwide participated in virtual as well as several in-person Hot Wheels Legends Tour stops, submitting their custom builds. That's right, auto enthusiasts ranging from car designers, race car drivers, collectors, stunt drivers, you name it, judged the cars from across the world and selected 17 semifinalists. And based on the most fan votes, your votes on Hot Wheel Officials IG, the Mobile One fan favorite car, was chosen, joining the ranks of the other semifinalists. Again, after careful scrutiny over the last couple weeks, more judges from across the globe put their heads together in 2 semifinal rounds and narrowed it down to the 10 most die-cast-worthy cars. This gentleman's been working on this vehicle for multiple years. It's his dream vehicle, and it's here in the building, so we can see it in the shiny metal that is the 2020 Lulu. And let's hear from the owner, Mr. Paul A., I believe it's pronounced Kalanian. There you go, Paul.
Good morning. I'm Paul Kalanian, and this is Lulu, my all-aluminum 2-seat sport car that I built here in my shop. I utilized my father's lathe, milling machine, and skills he taught me as a child to build this car. I wanted to build something that was very light, very low, and powerful, and I remembered Mickey Thompson's Harvey Aluminum Special, which acted as my inspiration to build this car. The car is cut from 6061 aluminum panels that were water jet cut and heliarc welded here in the shop to form a very strong monocoque and bulkhead chassis. I really hope that Lulu will be immortalized by winning this year's Hot Wheels contest. She will serve to inspire generations of children to dream their dreams and go ahead and build them, as I did here with Lulu. Lulu and I thank you very much for this opportunity.
Jay, I see you looking at me. You're like, me first.
Well, he's got the right color hair, first of all. That's because I believe old age and treachery always beats youth and inexperience. You know? But the thing I love about this is it's a real car. I like the Pagani-style mirrors on it. I like the fact, I think this is probably the only car we've seen. If you had to drive from here to Chicago, you could do it in this one. Okay. I mean, it looks like it handles, it looks like it's fast, and the metal work is unbelievable. Yeah. Look at those panels. The fact that they're not all scratched from, you know, missing a rivet or a screw. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I look at the suspension, the uprights. There's a lot of engineering and thought went into this. I love the fact that the whole engine is visual here. I love that it's not a big V8. It's a light car. It's a small car. It's got a smaller, what's that, 2.5 liter?
They're saying 2 liters, so it's a GM LTG 2 liter
dual-overhead
turbo 4.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a great motor.
Yeah, I think it's really fantastic, and just these panels. Look how they all fit. It's amazing. I mean, every screw head lines up. They're exactly the exact distance apart. I mean, this is built by a watchmaker. Right. You know, this is a guy who could take a watch apart and put it back together. The detail. I mean, this here. This just reminds me of Horatio Pagani, doesn't it?
Exactly.
The big eyelash, as he calls it.
Exactly.
There's nothing that's not, it's all in perfect scale. I mean, any person could drive it. It looks comfortable. It looks fun with the Brooklands type screens. I think it's just almost Fura. The body looks, the front end looks almost Fura. Yeah, I mean, the wheels, everything. I think it's I think it's probably the most professionally built car in terms of.
It's one of one.
Yeah.
It's one of one. This is the only one in the world,
I
right,
mean,
Henrik?
You know what's interesting here, I think, is every designer always try to make the lowest body side they can. I think he definitely wins on that. I mean, look at this section. I almost feel like it's an airplane wing.
Right.
That's what I said. It's faced the wrong way.
I guarantee you, if he does a sideways drift in this will be the most aerodynamic vehicle in the world. I mean, look at this. You know what I mean? I mean, it's just, but I agree with what Jay says. You feel the proportions of everything here, the kind of very gentle sculpture is just amazing. And just everything is proportional, correct, done. Like Jay was saying, the mirrors is the right size. It just has that feel like you want to jump in it and kind of just drive
begging to be pounded on.
It's just, and all the details, like all these little screws are even correctly done. Like, look how they're all lined up and how you had to probably bend every single panel. And it's actually not, so normally if you do this, if you end up just doing an extrusion, it's fairly easy. But you can actually see he put plan view into it. And there's some emotions happening. And that's actually what's difficult when you build a car. So I agree with Jay. This is probably what I've seen, one of the best builds, and where you really feel there was a lot of emotion going into it.
Speaking of emotion, I will tell you that this is the first time I'm seeing this car. We've only seen it digitally through our Hot Wheels Legends Tour stops. I didn't really care for this car digitally. Seeing it in person, I actually do appreciate it a lot more. It really does.
Yeah, you got to see it in reality.
Just how shiny and chrome
By
it
the way,
is.
every car you got to see in reality. Every time a new car, you see it in pictures, you're like, it's not that great. Then you see it in reality, and you start appreciating what the design and the engineers were thinking.
That's what a lot of people say about me. You really need to see Jared in reality. Absolutely. What do you think?
Well, he mentioned Mickey Thompson as an inspiration, which I think is great. You know, a lot of people maybe don't know Mickey Thompson's name, but I would say that he might be one of, or maybe even the most important person in hot rodding and racing history. He did a lot of amazing things. The other person that this makes me think of is Colin Chapman. I think about Lotus, the early Lotuses, you know, light and simple. It's nothing that you don't need. It's everything that you do. I wouldn't want to polish it, though. I bet it will be very fast on your Hot Wheels test track.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
It's so clean you could eat off it.
Yeah, it's really clean.
Yeah.
But
I was just thinking, like, of all the cars that we've seen, this would be the one that would be in Jay Leno's garage.
yeah? Would you agree? Well, he's breaking chairs over
Yeah.
there. He was offended by that comment. Or he's excited about the fell out of his chair.
Yeah. This one would wind up in my garage.
Yeah, it's a really cool car. So, man, like I said, in the flesh, in the shiny and chrome and new, it looks great. Again, Ariel Adam kind of has an Ariel kind of vibe to
Right,
it as well. So really cool car. But as we move on through our vehicles, again, thank you to the Lulu. We also want to thank our presenting sponsor, Mobile One. Don't move on to the Lulu. And as Jay was talking about it, just a really cool build. Henrik, you were talking about if it drifts, it's going to catch air. A little bit of catching flight here, like the Wright brothers. But the Lulu, very awesome, unique vehicle. And again, seeing it here in the building is extra special. So, Batuski, what do you think of the Lulu?
I think it's been said already. I mean, it's an amazing build. It's so clean. Like when you look at it up close, you can see like how perfect the TIG welds are, and you know all the A-arms and the suspension, everything there. Like, you know, all the pieces are cut, and like Jay said, you know, they didn't miss a rivet. There's no scratch. There's no dimple where like there's a foot that stepped on it getting into it, or you know anything like that. It's just this perfectly built car.
Yeah.
And
will this transition and basically shrinking it down, put in the shrink ray machine to 1/64th?
You would lose a lot of the intricate detail that you would see at 1:1 scale, so it would kind of look like a wedge race car or something like that. I think some of the other cars would translate in 1/64th scale a little bit better, just because of all the visual gross shapes and forms that you have.
But it is the one car that reads as a Hot Wheels original, as it is, right? Like it feels like it could be a Hot Wheels original, right?
Oh,